Um, sorry. I had to check a message. Welcome if you're watching this back, because you haven't gotten the link yet. Hope everyone's well. I have a slight headache, so today is going to be fun. Just putting the link up now. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. Oh, oh, so sorry, guys. Yeah, it's gonna be exciting. 27 laps around Japan is very challenging. It looks like a very simple track, but it's actually pretty technical. Sector 1, a lot of SS, which is fun. Sector 2, a couple of high-speed corners, easy to get a warning, and a tough braking zone. And then a very long left-hander, which is easy to run wide and get a warning or lose the car. Then the third sector is basically just 130R and the chicane, which can be tricky to get a good exit out of. As we have Julio saying, let's go Alpine. Alpine with Stujan Ninja. And Japan only one DRS straight, so very important to be close after the exit. Just getting messages about work. And gotta love life sometimes. And yeah, here we go. Qualifying. Let's see what QL has to offer. I know someone has a qualifying ban. I'm not sure who. I'm gonna quickly try and get one. Barbarian 79, which means they will get a setup, go on track, and get disqualified to be put last on the grid. And Q1 looks dry. Oh, I don't want that one. There we go. As we now had a car coming out. It's a Alpha Tauri of Sharpie. No, this. I can't read. So yeah, I just have to apologize. A long day's work and just not feeling 100%, so that's always fun. So we're just waiting for everyone to come around for their first hot laps. It's gonna be interesting. I think people like David Barry, both of the Liams, Matt, Pi, Zach, Dan, Jonesy, only really needs to do one lap of qualifying to get through, as Barbarian serves their qualifying ban. Of course not. I have promised to be here, so I'm here. As we also see a couple cars on the mediums. But now then, Beast coming through towards the S section of this very technical track. And it looked very neat through there. So now, our old Beast. Obviously setting up the Purple's first sector, as they are the first to cross the sector line. Now then, they don't want to brake too late here. We don't want to run too wide. And it looks like they have gotten it correct. And now it's just a long straight that slightly bends. And then you have 130R that is flat. Even during the races. Unless you have a pretty slippery setup. But the time to beat is a 1:31.6, as we have a Haas of Klepper coming around the final chicane, the final corner now to set a 1:31.6.2. And Jonesy on the mediums, 1:30.9 is now the provisional pole time for Q1. Spillington on the soft tires. Spillage goes second, 31.0. As we have a car spinning. But now then, Liam. Looks a bit deep to the entry of the chicane. Look at the wide line. Maybe is going for a second run. As we have David Barry coming towards the long straight. Comes through fire chicane. David Barry puts down a 1:30.7. There's Jonesy. And Jonesy takes that back, says, "You ain't having this," to David Barry. 1:30.4 is now the provisional time from the Ferrari driver. Goes faster. 1:30.2. Now grab a hold of Pisatron on the medium tires in the Red Bull. Actually we'll get on board with iComment as Liam has crashed in this section. We'll get on board here with iComment to see if we can see the Ferrari. But that means Liam is as the car just decides to go away. But that means Liam-esque in the Ferrari is out. As long as iComment's Sharpie or Stooge puts down the lap. And Sharpie retires as well. That looks a bit odd. And Stooge has spun as well. In the S section as well as the Ferrari did. And now it's saying Sharpie did. I honestly don't know what's going on. iComment goes 9th. I honestly don't know what's going on. We'll get on with the other Liam in the Mercedes. Liam goes on provisional pole, the first into the 29s, 129.8. Will Zach have anything to say about that? Well, it's looking good so far. Purple in the first sector. Zach isn't held up too much by iComment's. Zach puts down a purple sector 2 as well. Goes P3. Zach Johnson. But it is looking good. And now Skills Dan is on an out lap. as I'm trying to get the results from China last time out. There we go. So Liam won that in the Mercedes. Which is very interesting indeed. And I feel the safety cars definitely had a part to play. In the end results. And now Dan comes through the SS. And it's a good exit. Oh, has a little bit of a moment coming out of the quick double right hander. It hasn't been a perfect lap for skills, Dan. A couple of moments here and there, but to the second sector, it is saying purple. Doesn't invalidate there. It looks like a small cut. Dan just misses out on provisional pole. And here comes Kleppy. Goes P9. As Aaron Khan jumps up to P11. Yeah, everyone is getting through. That is currently available in the session. Because Barbarian had a qualifying ban and Stute and Sharpie retired on track in what I guess was a crash of some sort. And Liam, although managing to put down a time, also crashed. And that time wasn't good enough, so Liam will have a fight on their hands. CDR Ninja does not improve. Nunpackers is saving the tires and coming into the pit. Same with Dan. So we'll get on board with RL Beast, as they are the only ones on something that actually matters, which is an out lap to become a hot lap, as there are only 2 drivers on track with 3 minutes remaining. But to be fair, everyone's getting through, so why waste tires? Now the question is, can they keep it together? As Dylan leaves the session. Is that the second commentator maybe? I am not 100% sure. But Beast is coming through the sweeping right-hander towards the tricky left-hander. Oh, and runs a bit wide, but not near enough to invalidate. RRL Beast on the second split has improved, not by much. It will jump them up a couple of places. If they can improve further. Her Beast gets P8. So we currently have 1:30 on the clock, which means it's done for Q1. RL Beast is just gonna make their way around. They aren't using an ERS, as the flashing light is indicating. Which means we won't see any more laps. So, fun fact about Suzuka is that Suzuka is the only track on the F1 calendar that is a figure of 8. Because when you come around this very fun double left-hander, you start down a straight, and that straight just before 130R is actually a bridge. And you drive under that bridge as well, just after the double right-hander. And I think Beast is actually going for a second lap on these tires, which means we have something to commentate on. Thank you, Beast, for that. So then, Beast, the only driver in Q1 left with down a time and try and improve. Obviously they don't need it, as Liam, Sharpie, Stooge and Barbarian are the ones getting eliminated. That's already done. But the question is, has RRL Beast improved? And if so, by how much? They don't need a lot to gain 3 spaces. You have Jonesy, David Barry and Nat. Owen is looking very good. We have Jonesy, David Barry and Nat within the same 10th. So just a couple will do a world of good, and they jump up very far indeed. I think it was P6. No, P4 in the end. I can just see it on the steering wheel. So then, just to confirm once again that Liam, Sharpie, Stooge and Barbarian are all out. Barbarian serving a qualifying ban for the Aston Martin driver. But now then, Q2, one of the most interesting sessions, as the top 10 will start on the tire that they get through on, which will make it just that bit more crucial to get it right. Especially if you do what I usually do, which is invalidating everything after putting a banker lap in. And here we go then, qualifying to so Aroncon is actually the first one out in the Williams. We again see a couple of drivers on the medium tires. Very interesting to see this amount of split strategy. Yeah, then it definitely looked like the mediums were good in Q1. So I'm actually not too surprised that people are trying to qualify on the mediums. The question is it worth it with the risk of an early safety car whilst everyone is trying to get into a rhythm of the track? As Aroncon starts the flying lap. Didn't look to get the best entry, but it's still salvageable, of course. And with it being this early, it's just a banker anyways. You are most definitely gonna have to go out again. Unless you absolutely bang a lap. Our first lap 131.4. As we have Mindbasti coming towards the chicane. So no one cuts the chicken, as Alonso put it. 130.5 is the new time, and Nat smashes that and puts 129.9 on the board. That is just starting. We have RL Beast and CDR Ninja coming through with 3rd and 6th respectively. David Barry makes it a McLaren 1-2 currently. As Cummins puts it on 7th. We have the Ferrari of Jonesy coming through now. Jonesy splits the McLarens. And Spillage goes P10. And Panda puts Liam into the Spillage into the drop zone with a 131.0. But my guess is that Spillage is going for a second run here. As a 157 indicates a spin somewhere. We have Pi, Saturn and Zach, both on an outlap in the Red Bulls. And it's just Liam and Dan out of those who haven't set a time yet left in the pit. Village rounds the Haas. Comes through to put down a much more competitive lap time, goes up into 5th place, 130.6, which puts Ninja in the drop zone. So we'll go on board with the Red Bulls and see what they have to offer. Currently Icommons in the danger zone. 131.8 to beat for Pi Saturn and Zach Johnson. But it shouldn't really be a issue for the Red Bull drivers. Pi looked like they got on the curb a little bit, so it will cost them. Pi Saturn is coming through to put down a 129.8. Can Zach hurt that in any way? 129.8 as well, just 16 hundredths slower. Now we'll go on board with Liam, who will try and put down Iron Con in the drop zone. Is to put a 131.486 or faster to beat Iron Con. Liam with a purple middle sector. Can Liam take the throne of the Red Bull drivers? No, goes for third. But Hamilton is 11th, and now Beast is on the shopping block. And if this is beaten, you need to get into the 130s to advance to Q3. Hence we have some movements. Ironcon up into P8, which puts spillage on the line. No, skill stand. Coming over the line to take provisional pole, which means that currently Spillage, Beast, Cleppy, iCommons and CDR Ninja are the ones being eliminated from Q2. But we'll have a free choice of tires. But Beast is on a hot lap and needs to get below a 130.596 to hop into P10. Now then, Beast coming through the chicane, and they improve, but they stay P12. And it is looking like they're going for a second run. No, they are backing out, and just 3 minutes remaining basically in the session, which means that it's not long left now at all. And of course you don't want the AI to ruin your tires. So currently David Barry and Mine Basti are the two drivers on mediums in the top 10. But David Barry and Mine Basti have both decided to put on soft tires for the second run. Something David Barry has the possibility to do is wait and see what the others are setting. As Beast is gonna go for it again. Who was I on board with? I wasn't on with Beast. So Beast coming through to try and improve further. Needs to get into 130.5 region to even have a chance. They are slightly behind, as we now don't have time to go around the track, and the top 4 are still in the pits. Everyone else except for CDR Ninja has come out, so CDR Ninja is out. And now then, can Beast get the improvement they need? They are half a second up, and that will get them well in. Maybe even ahead of David Berg. Yes, P6. Gets ahead of Jones as well. So we'll get on board with Cleppy, who has not improved at all. And they're gonna go for a second lap. iCommons improves, but only goes P13. I think there was not Panna. That was someone improving. It was Aragon? No. I don't know. But the top 4 are done. David Berry Nat in P5 probably doesn't need to worry, but does improve and goes provisional pole 29.3. Great lap. That's beast. It's never from wing. Interesting. Yeah, great lap by Nat. And that is, I'd say, the dark horse. Always does well, but gets got a little bit outshone by everyone else, doing even better. But never count Nat out. Now then, David Very coming through the chicane. Have they improved enough? Spillage is also out on qualifying. I didn't pay attention. My Basti goes P6 and now Panda is on the shopping block. But I comments has had a spin. So that means Ironcon, Spillage, I comments, Kleppy and Ninja are all done, and Panda doesn't need to improve as they get through into the top 10. So we're just waiting for the final cars to come into pits. So then, to confirm, Ironcon in the Williams, Spillage, iCommand, Kleppy and Ninja all out. Spillage tried the mediums, didn't quite work out. Now we're looking forward to the top 10 shootout with Nat, Dan, Pi, Zach, Jonesy, My Basti, Liam, Beast, David Berry and Panda. Just waiting the final few seconds. And weather is looking even better here in Q3, which is always good to see. It means that the drivers can focus on solely speed. And Jones is the first one out. I didn't have that many up all the time. So we are gonna take a look completely undisturbed around Suzuka. It's a beautiful track indeed. But here we are now, and we're actually gonna go on board with skill stand as they did overtake Jonesy during the outlap. So they are actually the first car on track. It's looking solid so far. And then just about keeps it in. Have decided to abort that lap. Weren't happy with how things were going. So Jonesy will actually be the first across the line. And what will the benchmark be? The benchmark will be a 1:30.3. We now have the Red Bulls coming thick and fast. Still stand 1:37. Obviously isn't competitive. Pie 1:29.8, 1:29.6 from Zach. And Matt has decided to abort. So we'll quickly hop on board with Monbasket to see. They go P3. 1:30, and Liam takes provisional pole 28.9. David Barry P3. And Panda contacted the line to go P7, 1:30.6. As Dan is coming through for a quick second lap. We're aborting the first one. So then number 28, Skillfan, comes through in second place. And that means after the first runs, Liam on provisional pole 28.9, Skillstan in second without 29.1, a Zach in P3 without 29.6. Very P4, Pysatron P5, Mindbuster P6, Jones to P7, Panda P8. Nat aborted their lap, and Beast is coming out for the first lap now. So we'll see where their pace are compared to the others. And see how much they can improve. Yellow flag in sector 2. It's skills down on the lead lap. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, guys. I'm trying my hardest to be energized. Then we'll see if Beast can put it anywhere near the top. We only have 4.5 minutes remaining. It actually means Beast is a little short on time if they want to do a second lap. Unless they do 3 straight laps on these tires. But apparently it's a purple first sector, which is very promising. Now then, Beast. It's not purple through the second sector. Beast goes P7. 100th ahead of my bestie. I think Zach is the first one along on their hot lap. And they have slightly improved Mr. the one. Now we see practically every car out on track. We're just waiting for the horse. Question is, do they have any tires? And here is Zach coming through. Zach slightly improves, but it's not enough to make anything out of it. Mine best, they also have a slight improvement. Will that take them up into P7? It does. It wasn't much, but it was enough. Pi is coming through, and they have a big gap down to themselves. And goes P3 ahead of David Barry. We have Nat Packers coming through. Goes P3, 29.404. David Barry is behind, probably won't improve. No. Matt retires after crashing out in the S section. Liam is coming towards the Houston Lake and has 2 tenths. The time is up. Zach Panda and Mambasti are all done. Nat is obviously also done. Liam improves 128.7. Dan won't improve. Pi is in the pits. David Barry far behind. Beast extremely far behind, and Jonesy. Well, that's it for qualifying then. This means Liam is gonna be on pole. Dan is gonna be in second. Nat is gonna be in third. Pi and Zach P4 and 5. So it's a McLaren sandwich with a Red Bull filling. P3, 4, 5 and 6 is McLaren, Red Bull, McLaren. Panda making the American team of Haas proud in 7th. Mindbasti P8, Beast P9 and Jonesy round off the top 10. I will just wait for the cars to get into the pits. So then Liam on pole, and it's looking good to extend the gap at the top of the table. Pi, who finished second in China, is P4. Zach P5 came third in China. Dan had a bit of a disappointing race, finished down in 6th. Let's see if the third house table so we're waiting for the drivers to make up their strategies, which will go out the window as soon as the safety car comes out anyways. You can just see them off to the right side there, over the wall. Yeah, I'm wondering if we'll see someone who hasn't scored yet take a point today. Japan, very much, or Suzuka, very much like the Shanghai Grand Prix. Four lights, 5 lights. The lights are out, and away we go, and it looks like a Haas has stalled. And that's a horrible start for Panda. Liam gets away well. Nat closely behind Dan. And the Red Bulls still in between the McLaren's. Well, yellow flag, that's far behind. Spinach. Very close to mine, Basti. Right off the bat. Having a look. Kinda half goes for it. And iCommons is having a terrible time, and I think that there's a distinct flag of wing on that car. Yes, it is. And it's a virtual safety car as well. Icon is trying to give the position to Barbarian and CDR Ninja, as they don't have a front wing at all. But they are not allowed to by the game. Pi gets a very good restart compared to Nat. I'm wondering if we will see move into the first section. No, they stay behind. The beast. And Icon is going into the pits for a front wing change, and this is how to put on another set of mediums. There's a yellow flag in sector 1. And I think we've had a collision because there's two cars in Iron Condon spillage. Have both had a moment. Stooge looking for a way past Panda, but can't quite get it. It's quite a tough track to pass on, as it's quite narrow. Pi getting very, very close, and they're side by side. Oh, and I seriously hope that was lag. Looks like it was lag, because that was a horrible, horrible view otherwise. And that gets forced wide a little bit. The sack also gets ahead of Nad. Both Red Bulls gets it done, as we can see Jonesy behind having a look at David Barry as well. P6. Jonesy all over the back of David Barry. You have to have a super run to get anything done into there. You can see the top 3 has split up quite a bit. Now it's Jonesy getting closer. But maybe don't trust the car enough. Now the DRS opens up. Unfortunately for Jonesy, so does David Barry's. Oh, David Barry was slightly wide. Can't quite get alongside. Oh, it's Pi! Pi crashes! And that's gonna be a safety car. That has to be a safety car. How is that not a safety car? That has absolutely baffled me. Michael Massey, sort your head up. Out. That's a safety car. And there it is. It's a very late call for a safety car, but it comes. And now the interesting thing, as I totally forgot to put up the tires. What do the top guys decide to do? Oh, Liam fakes. Going into the pits. Dan doesn't bite. Jonesy bites. Beast bites. Medium runner obviously will not bite. Sharpie bites. I'm going for mediums. I think that's gonna become a 2-stop then. Sharpie. It's on the mediums as well. Ninja is on the hards. It looks like they have lost, yeah, the right end plate, which makes left turns quite hard. And unfortunately, if they were mediums, they could have gone through hards. Now they'll have to go to mediums. Probably do hards, medium, softs. The top 6 on the softs, Kleppin, Liam on the mediums, then we have Panda on the softs, Stooge, who's done very well off the start, up into P10 on the medium tires, Barbarian on the softs, and then we have the rest of the field on medium tires. The question is, have people made the right choice? As the safety car will continue on for one more lap, as we're just waiting for CDR Ninja to catch back up to the field. Let's take a look at the race leader, Liam Z. The Mercedes driver. So now the field has bunched up, and if the safety car doesn't come in this lap, I am gonna talk to Codis myself, because I wanted to go racing. And there we go, safety car is in this lap. Such a late call, as it is the third sector line, and it's so late on. Could definitely be earlier on the straight. Now, when do you decide to go? Dan got a great restart. Very close. Liam breaks late. He has a little bit too much overspeed. And now it's just a waiting game and see if anyone makes a mistake. And as we close to David Barry's gearbox, having a little look into the quick right-handers. Very close again. Just doesn't seem to have the straight line speed. Oh, and David Barry got very close to Nant and had to take avoiding action, but that may have cost them, as we see Panda and Iron Pro move up places. David Barry goes defensive, keeps the position for now. Spillage is out, and it's another safety car. Oh my god, I'm sorry. And now we see the people dive into the pits from the top. McLaren double stacking and holy smokes, everyone is in the pits. And people like Jonesy, Beast, Sharpie, who all pitted the previous safety car, or pitted before. They have done madness and moved up a lot of positions. And Kleppe in the Haas is actually leading. P9, the hand down in P10. Interesting indeed. See where they are gonna end up. Safety car follows on for another lap, even though everyone is bunched up. Sometimes I don't like this game. I actually think I'm gonna miss quite a lot of last part of the race, as the safety cars are just dragging on. Because yeah, I have to run in 15 minutes or so, due to I have to walk the dog. And it can't wait. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Well, here we go. The safety car is in this lap. It just seems so late. Yeah, Kleppy has managed to get into P1. Oh, and Liam and Aaron can't get penalty. And I'm quickly gonna get on board with Dan, because Dan has had a lightning restart again. Liam and Ninja going side by side. Liam. Oh, and Ninja spins. Ninja crashes. Ninja is out. And is that gonna be a safety car, a virtual safety car? I don't think so. It's so easy to get on a curb. If you get on a curb in the SS, they will drag you along and push you in the nearest wall. Oh, and I can't had horrible exits. And now probably not make it too hard on them. Yeah, keeps away. And they are falling through the grid. Raft now getting through. This one very chasing as Sharpie. Got passed by Liam and now down. That's the inside line. That's it before braking. So Dan following Liam through. Now we'll see what Liam can do against the top 5 guys. side by side. That's not a good view. We'll try again. There we go. Oh, Liam runs a bit wide. We tried it. We didn't quite get it to work. So now I'll have to look both forwards and backwards. The sack is getting by Sharpie. We see Kleppe going way wide, and I think they're like 3 wide, and they touch, and Dan is ahead of both of them. And we have Jonesy and Arancon fighting as well. We have 15 laps to go. Liam is trying everything to get by, and is now trying along the outside and just to keep it, and now gets the inside line for this sweeping corner and has the position. As we see Kleppe fighting with skills Dan. And Liam trying to follow each other through as we have a Ferrari getting by. But we'll get it on the DRS. And Liam has gone into the pits. Is that a front wing? It is. I think that they collided slightly with Dan. Raft trying to get into the points ahead of Sharpie. As we see a 3-second time penalty for iCommons, the first of at least a couple. And Liam, oh, these have spun it. I was about to say Liam and Arancons are 5-second penalties for collision on the safety car. And Arancon gets a 3-second penalty as well. Keeping ahead of Dan. Arancon defend. Will not go side by side. The 130R. The Ferraris are also looking at each other. And here it goes down. It's on the inside. Has the DRS advantage and gets by. And that gets by Sharpie up in B9. And now Dan. Dan lifts this track, favored to win. Yeah, Dan has been looking rapid together with Liam. I think Liam lost a bit of front wing when doing exactly what Matt just did to mine Dusty. Dan is looking at the rear of Liam. quickly swap to Nat and see what Nat does. We see that David Barry gets ahead of Kleppy just before 130R. Nat gives space, runs a little bit wide. Can't quite get it done. And now Dan is getting his spot made against Liam. And now run a bit wide. But Nat has the position, and so does Dan. As we have a Ferrari and Red Bull going side by side. Incredible views. And now Dan is obviously on a quest to hunt down Jonesy in the other Ferrari. Also looking to move forward in this Grand Prix. As Aaron Khan has had a moment. Oof. Comes back to the track. Very dangerously, but Nat does get the position ahead of Kleppy. And Dan is actually losing time to Jonesy. David Barry is having a look to see if he can get by the Ferrari. The Ferrari goes defensive. Oh, it's a slight touch from David Barry. And now Liam is under threat from Nat. As Liam gets ahead of a couple of drivers with just 11 laps to go. After a horrendous exit, can't get it. Sharp is actually looking close to Nat now. Yeah, it's losing so much time. India leads the session. Oh, they have a look. They go side by side into the chicane. See it from the room now. They do, and Nad gets the DRS as well, which solidifies the place. And now here comes Sharp as well. Not quite. And Liam puts the fastest lap of the day in. And unfortunately this will be the final lap I will be following. So hopefully I think there should be another stream. For you guys to watch. I'm not exactly sure who or when, but we have a David Barry in the wall. That moves Nat up into fourth. Mine Bestie trying to get close to Sharpie. Will be tagging along until, as Liam dives into pits, I will be tagging along until the first turn. But I don't think my Basti can do anything. But yeah, as I said, I'm terribly sorry, but I actually have to run without the safety cars. I could have stayed to the end of the Grand Prix. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I hope this, the other stream is up and catches the second part. I have to run. Goodbye.